Hello, hello. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to Divine Insights. My name is Dr. Debbie Roche. I am a chiropractor and a natural healing practitioner, and I am someone who loves intuition. So, welcome to my intuitive Facebook Live. Tonight, we will be pulling intuitive cards, and I will be giving intuitive readings. And so, I'm going to share this on the different platforms. Bear with me. I hope everybody is having a lovely, lovely evening. 1 second as I share it to the different pages. Lots of cool stuff's coming up. 10:30 a.m. We have Sunday service at Unity of Gulfport, also known as New Thought Community of Gulfport, at the Gulfport Casino at 10:30 a.m. Let's see. 1 second as I share this to the different pages. I think I'm on the other ones. Let's see. And I'm going to share this to my page. And then I think we probably good to go. Let me just check that I'm streaming live. And then we will start our intuitive readings if anybody would like one. And so the energy has been a little wonky out there. It's a little dark, so I apologize. I'm still figuring out the lighting in this room. So sorry that I look so, I think I'm a little dark on this side. But anyway, welcome. Nice to see you. It has been an interesting couple days, but a good week overall. For those of you that joined me for the new moon ceremony let's see, when was it? Last Friday. It was such a wonderful, wonderful event. If anybody out there is in the Gulfport area or near Gulfport and would like to be a part of that ceremony and celebration of the new moon, the next one is the full moon. Please reach out. I'm looking for musicians or dancers or anybody that would like to celebrate their talent or just to celebrate the moon and the spiritual journey in whatever way you would like to. And so it was a wonderful event. 17 people came out, and we ended up the last part of that ceremony. Hey, Laura, wonderful. Laura is one of my oldest friends. We've known each other, Laura, how long? Probably 20 years. So we have watched each other go through a lot of changes in those 20 years. So she is my crazy friend, Laura, back in the day. Still a little wild and crazy, even in our old age, right, Laura? So I'm drinking my seltzer here. It used to be other things, but Laura remembers me at all my different stages. So, Mary, you can't come in and solicit readings, so I'm booting you. So I'm blocking you, and then I'm deleting your comment. And deleting the comment. All right. So Natalie, I think that's you. Natalie, can you go back in the front at the bottom of the post above this video and add yourself to StreamYard so that I can see your name? It's a little bit easier when doing readings to see people's names. I'm not sure why StreamYard has that policy, but you have to click to say that StreamYard can show your name on this video. And so let's see, I have lots of cards with me, some of my favorites. I have a new deck. A lot of my friends buy me intuitive decks for my birthday and certain events during the year. And so this is my new deck. Natalie Oven got me this deck. She's a cutie pie. And what I love about this deck is that it has a cat in every single card, which is super cute. And the cats, like even on the backs of these cards, have the cats in like the celestial image. And for anybody that knows me, I am a ridiculous cat lady, and I love cats. They represent a very strong spiritual connection to the divine. And so my precious love of kitty cats, why I love them so is because there's something about them that makes me feel so connected to spiritual energy. The spiritual energy of the universe. And so I am definitely a cat lady. I have one kitty, and she's 23 years old. I would have many more if she was nicer, but she's kind of, she's not so nice. She's a diva, and she doesn't like any other animal. And so she's 23, and she's still hanging on and kicking. Yes, Natalie, thank you so much for doing that. So Natalie is a new friend. Thank you so much for being here, Natalie. I'm so grateful to have met her. She was at the new moon ceremony, and I look forward to her. And she was at a Sunday service, so super nice to have you with us and to hang out with you because you're fun. You're a cool chick. So I am teaching a Tantra class on the 25th. It will be at Caddy's. And so I'm super excited about that event. It's probably be about an hour and a half long, maybe 2 hours, depending. But I think I'm gonna make a cool little workbook, and I'm all into education, especially in that area. I think that sexuality, especially spiritual, combining spirituality with sexuality and that divine expression of spirituality through our divine selves in that way is such a sacred thing. And I'm super excited to be teaching it because it's something I've always wanted to teach. And so I know for me, it has been incredibly healing, and it has allowed me to merge and heal a lot of aspects of that area of my life since I had some trauma there as a kid. So anyway, today I have lots of my favorite decks, intuitive decks. And let's see, I already showcased the little cat one. I have another one that I don't have I have another Terra cat one that a dear friend got me. And so I love that one too. This one, Angel Therapy. So I have all these different decks. And so one of the reasons why I love intuition is because I feel that it is one of our strongest gifts. I feel for me, it has been such a tremendous gift of my life, and it has guided me in so many different ways. And it has blessed my life in so many different ways. And so when I am most in transition, or when I don't know what to do next, I have found that when we really get quiet and we're able to tap in to the stillness within ourselves, and then I always expand my consciousness outward to connect to my spirit helpers. But you don't have to do that. You could always just see it as your divine self or your higher self or whatever it might be. So, but that wisdom really deep within that comes from a different place than our brains. And so it is, I feel, one of the most powerful guiding forces in our lives that can be used in many different ways to help support us and to help us guide us through this crazy journey called life. And so one of the ways, so we can connect to it in many different ways. I either do it with cards. I don't really need the cards anymore because I've kind of gotten more advanced with my intuitive skills. But the cards are they're a tool to be able to connect to our intuitive guidance. And so there are many different types of cards and many different authors and artists that create them. And they're usually, for me, they're just kind of a physical representation to play with, to remind me of the value and the gift and the power of connecting to my intuition and the process of that. And so, and it's helpful to get myself out of my brain, because my brain can be a little busy sometimes. And so I'm actively finding ways to kind of stay out of my ego, more human brain, and connect to my spiritual mind or more spiritual energy through my consciousness, rather than just my brain, my monkey chatter going on. And so I love these cards. This is one of the best titles of the decks that I've seen is Laura, are you still around? I love this title of this deck. It says Unshakable Inner Peace. And I always really like that. And so I always love that. Unshakable inner peace. That should be our spiritual goal, right? On all the different levels. So I'm looking at my crazy hair. My hair has never behaved, and today is one of those days. But I have the Medicine Woman deck. For anybody who'd like a reading, let me know. All the readings are done on a donation basis. So if anybody feels guided, there are donation links above or below the video. I think it's above it. And there's like a PayPal link, unityofgulfport@gmail.com, or at gmail.com on PayPal, and then Venmo's at unity.com. So we super appreciate your support at any time, or when you feel guided, or if you feel guided. And so we have the Shamanic Medicine deck. I've always been drawn to eagles and the shamanic walk, actually, for like over 2 decades now, probably about 2 decades. And so I used to carry a little eagle around in my clinical coat pocket, a little stone eagle, because it was such a really, really challenging experience, to say the least. And I would touch the eagle and say, okay, you can get through this. And so, but yeah, I'm very drawn to the shamanic walk. And so here's the shamanic deck. This is my oldest deck. I had this with me during my worst moment, actually one of my worst moments of my life, around 11 years ago. And so I always look at this deck with great gratitude. It was a gift from somebody that's no longer here. And so I love this deck. This deck always reminds me of this awful relationship I had in chiropractic school. And I would be so crying and upset about this relationship. And I would always go to this deck. And so this deck reminds me of that. It was of that time period. And I was so heartbroken over it, but whatever. And it's funny how you can like look back and laugh at it. But if anybody would like a reading, let me know. Laura, are you still here, or did you hop off and find some other things to do besides watch your very old now best friend pull cards? I think Laura has got out of Dodge and found something better to do, like watch Netflix or something than me. So I'll have to call her later and tease her. So if anybody would like a reading, let me know. This is one of my favorite decks. I love Mother Mary. So this is a Mother Mary deck. This is actually an older deck. And I've always had a very sacred connection to the Virgin Mother. So my mom was really sick, and in the corner of the room there was a statue of the Virgin Mother, and I would always stand next to that statue and pray to God when I saw my mom suffer so bad. So that's kind of one of the reasons why my connection kind of developed, was because of mom. But this is a newer deck. This is a Archangel Michael deck. I like this deck because it's really high vibration. And so what I mean by that is that all of us are resonating with a certain frequency, and sometimes that's higher and sometimes that's lower. And so so this deck, I like the colors. They're very vibrant. The picture, ooh, we have a jumper. A jumper in the intuitive arts, theoretically, is a spirit or an angel guide kicking. Oh, this is a really good card for me because I am ridiculously impatient sometimes. And so it says, all is in perfect timing was the jumper card. And that's the card that I need to hear, because I want things like now or yesterday, not like in the future. I want them right now. And so it says, this is it. It's time to take action now. I will be here to help you every step of the way. So I'm assuming that's an angel. You know what I mean? I'm here to help you, the angel says. But it says, all in perfect timing. That's a cool card. But I like the vibration of these cards. The images are very, very uplifting. Some of the decks are very, very like kind of deep. And so they're kind of like deep, and like this deck is not a quick deck. And when I say a quick deck, some decks you can pull cards really quick and read them and then just move on with your day. Like sometimes they're really good, like kind of like, you know, walking out the door decks. You pull a card and then you go and you do whatever it is that you're wanting to do. And it's like kind of a quick, but it's like this is kind of a quick deck. But this deck is not a quick. Oh, I've never been not klutzy. My brain is this klutzy. All right. So the Sacred Rebel deck is actually a really good deck, and it's very in depth. And whenever I pull a card, so we're going to pull one for me. And if anybody would like a reading, please stop me, and I will stop going on and on about my cards, and I'll give you a reading. So let me know. And so I love these cards, and this is a female deck, so it's kind of like a female empowerment deck. And I like the the title of it being a sacred. All right, Natalie. Natalie is the first one. So I'm going to pull one of these cards. I always love these cards because it represents kind of the child, the mid age, and then the sage, right? The elder. And so I think I'm moving on up. I know I'm going to be one of them old crones, those old crones that don't care, with their crazy wild, you know, curly hair and whatever. And so it is everything. That's right, Natalie. We're getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 7. All right. This was the card that I was got just from this deck for me. Oh, these are 2 really good cards actually for me right now, because I'm trying to finish my second book, and so the card that I pulled from the Sacred Rebel deck says, "The word wants to be written." Because I've been delaying and procrastinating, so I'm trying to get on that. And then the second one was really good for me here because I got to get on that. Then the second one says, "Release the dark wound and let love live." So I've been really pondering this a lot lately. I've been in a situation where it's made me look at what my heart is doing and how open it is, and what energies are still there, and the fear that's there, and a lot of other things. So I've been really pondering love, and it's been 1.5 years since the last relationship I was in ended, and I've done so much healing work, but I realize I have more to do. But that I've gotten to certainly a stronger and a more courageous place with that. But that I think there's a little bit more work to do before I'm fully ready, and so but that's okay. I'm surrendering that to the universe, and when it's time, it will show up. I will attract it vibrationally. All right, Natalie. All right, what deck would you like, Natalie? Do you have one? Do you want me to pick you one? There's a Journey of Love deck by the same author as these cards. Over here, this is the card. This is the one I've been picking lately. At night, I've been using that one a lot. There's the Medicine Woman deck. There's the Angel Therapy deck. Or would you like me to pick the deck for you and just go? And I don't need the cards if you have a couple. If you have a couple of questions too, I don't need the cards. And so, Journey of Love. Okay. I like these cards because they have poems on the cards. And they're reading, not the actual cards. It's been really nice. It was kind of a little bit gloomy here. It was a little bit, I was out walking a little bit today. So it's been it's a weird energetic day. I'm not sure if it's just me. I don't know if anybody else would feel that, but I am so sensitive to the energies of the universe. And so I've been noticing like just how much they affect me sometimes. And maybe I'm just extra sensitive. I am an extra sensitive being. I am a Pisces. And wow, next time I'm coming back as a Leo. I'm coming back as some strong. Oh, we got a jumper now. Rings of Time. So we're gonna look that one up. And so, do I have my keys somewhere? I want to get my pendulum out. Let me go get my pendulum. I've been doing more pendulum stuff, partly because one of my closest friends, Leslie Smith, is amazing with the pendulum. And I'm learning from her modeling awesome stuff with pendulum. But I've just been drawn to it lately. So 1 second. I'll have dark chocolate. Yeah. Yeah. So I get that. I haven't been eating chocolate lately, but this does sound good though. Hold on 1 second. All right. So I got this pendulum at, it was actually cheap, but I love this little pendulum. I got it at Books A Million, and it was it was like in one of those little kits, those little metaphysical kits. This is a cheap little one. I think it was like $10 or something, but I love this one. I have other ones that are fancier, but I love this little pendulum. So anyway, what a pendulum is that you can ask questions with it. It's kind of the same kind of idea as the cards, except it's a yes or no answer. Or you can place it over areas of the body, especially the chakras, and it will move to see if those energy centers will are moving in the right direction. Because if those energy centers are off, they can really mess us up in some ways. It can throw off lots of things like our emotions, our healing constitution, our vibrancy. I know I'm very sensitive to when my chakras are off. And so I learned that chakra pendulum method from Reverend Kimberly Harrow when I was on her table for Reiki. She does an amazing job. And what else? All right, Natalie, we're going back to the reading. I got distracted. Okay. Let's see. Where to go? All right. I like these cards because the backs of them are like, it's like a whimsical, like, I'm in love or I'm loving, you know what I mean? Like that kind of idea. And so, I'm missing my old kitty right now. All right. So, I got this one too. All right. I got this one today, Natalie. How interesting. I got this card today. We're going to use the pendulum to see which one is your power card rather than my brain telling me. Usually I go with intuition, but lately I've been holding the pendulum over the cards to see which one is the most important from my card pull. So I close my eyes. I see a 6. So I'm going to go to the 6th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see an 8. All right. 7, 8. I see a 16. Okay. Now I'm going to use the pendulum to see which one is their power card here. I'll mention a little bit of what each card means when I touch it for you, but we will. Oh, is it? How interesting. That's cool. It's confirmation. All right. Let's see. All right. So we're going to use the pendulum over the 5 cards, and I'm going to ask, like, which one is the power card here? I know this is like advanced intuitive stuff. So if you're not woohoo, well, welcome to my channel. No, I'm kidding. So I love all this woohoo stuff. It's my favorite stuff. It has helped me so much in many ways. Okay, so when I hold it over, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to see if you can see it. Okay, so when I hold the pendulum over this card, you see how it's just kind of like There's no circular motion, but when I hold it over this one, let's see if it'll do it. It'll probably, okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but it's going in a circle over this card. But now I'm gonna go to the other cards. Let's see. All right, so not that one. Okay, that one. All right, that's the circular one. So that's another power card. Okay. So we will come back. We'll leave your 2 power cards for last. And I'm just gonna pick up the cards and go. Rings of Time. When I look at this card, if you look at the image, you see how the person's hanging their head. So sometimes when we walk through really hard things, the energy of that hard stuff layers up in us, layers over in our hearts, in our minds, in our lives, in our bodies. And it can show up a lot when we're trying to interact in relationship. And so this is just a reminder to go deeper and do even more deeper healing work if you're guided to, because it's that energy that's kind of lingering somewhere in your subconscious. And I've certainly gone through some really hard things. So I understand that energy lingering and the importance of doing the work to access it and clear it, because it can really block a lot of awareness, and it can really impact. And I've certainly made some poor decisions in relationships because of it. So they're just encouraging you to do the work, that there is some of that energy there for you, and that it will greatly help you if you dive a little deeper into the healing work to connect to it and then clear it, specifically clear it, because I feel it's like messing with some of your perceptions and things like that about yourself and your future with somebody. 2, gifts received. So when I touch this card, do you notice there are 2 ways of reading these cards? One is just to look at the wording, and another one is to look at the picture. And you notice what area of the picture stands out. So when you look at this, do you see how the sun is kind of bright? I don't think you can actually see how bright that sun is with the technology of this computer. But when I touch this card, gifts received, what I'm hearing for you around this card is that the things that you have walked through recently around matters of the heart is actually a gift. Even though it might feel like a gift right now, it is a true gift. And so I know there's some changes been going on and whatnot, but know that it is in your highest and best good, even though it might not feel like it in moments. But that there's some really good stuff coming in this category of love and relationships, but there's work to do. There's more work to do on your heart, on your consciousness, on your perception, on your worthiness, those kind of things. This earth angel, this is you. This is you. You're the earth angel. You have high vibration light energy. I noticed that the first time I saw you, and that you like radiate with this high vibration energy. And so you're going to draw in. Okay, so with that energy, I have a little bit of that energy, but maybe not as expansive as yours is, and you have this high vibration light kind of energy that radiates off of you. And so with that type of energy, there are 2 things to be aware of. Number 1, that if you keep going, you'll ultimately draw in someone that has that kind of similar vibration, maybe in a different way, or maybe a counterpart, but at a similar resonance, meaning at that higher vibration of goodness and love. However, the other side of that is that there's going to be a lot of lower vibration people that are drawn to your light. And in the area of relationships, if you have some dark energies in your consciousness, sometimes I know for me, I have attached too strongly to people. Like it can be like a vibrational, it could confuse you vibrationally, because if you're an earth angel, you have this very expansive light energy. It's almost like we don't necessarily expect people to have a level of darkness that can hurt us. But because this is energy from our past experiences, whether that be trauma or really hard things, is lurking within us in a way, especially if we're in denial about it, then this energy can attach to the lower vibrational kind of partners or intimate partners. And then we can get stuck in loops, and we can mess up everything. We can mess up. I messed up a lot in my earlier life around this, horribly. And so just an awareness. But this is you. So they're applauding you. Like, great job coming to Earth and doing all your great work and all your hard work and helping work, because you're a helper. I see that. That's awesome. I'm so grateful to know you. So these 2 cards are the most important. And so this whole idea of shifting universe or shifting universes, What that means is that this is prime time for you to even shift your consciousness around your self-worthiness, what you're wanting, your experience of love, your experience of sexuality, your experiencing of bonding in a divine, intimate way. This idea of shifting universes. It's like you have an energetic portal in a way where it's primed for you to make these drastic kind of shifts and changes within yourself, mind, and heart, but the quality of your relationships too. And I like the images there. And so this is the one that I got too. And so I think I'm gonna read that one to you. I know we don't have a lot of people on tonight. I think everybody's busy. Everybody's busy and tired. Maybe everybody's eating snacks and watching Netflix. I don't know. But whatever the case, let's see. So 59, I got this temple. And so I'm going to read this to you because I feel guided to do it. This is my favorite, one of my favorite books. And like there's a little poem at the end. And so I feel guided. So I'm going to read the little page and a half to you. And so it's called The Temple. And this idea is that, and it's kind of the same idea as the class that I'm teaching, the Tantra class, is that like we are the temple of the universe, of the divine. And as we and to not forget that. So it's called The Temple. And this is the card. Hold the card. All right. Okay, let's see if I can do it like this. Okay, so here's the little temple. But you are the temple. That's the thing. They're kind of emphasizing. So here we go. The temple. The lover and the beloved meet in sacred space. They take respite from cares of the world, entering into sanctuary where only they exist. What a beautiful concept of a union in that way, right? Creating a sacred sanctuary of two people together. Let's see. I lost my place. Let's see. Okay. You are in need of this. I got this card as well. So this is for me too. This is early this morning. I got this card. Meditation, making love, connection and dance, intimacy and surrender into the moment. Your body and soul need to enter into the temple and participate in sacred ceremony. Choose to gift this to yourself. Set aside time, turn off the computer and mobile telephone, turn on music, and set the lighting be in the present moment. Do you remember your body? Oh, yes, here it is. Can you be in its temple with presence and delight? This oracle brings guidance to take time out to smell the flowers, savor the pleasures of life, and renew your connection to the inner lover. Your sensuality wants to come out and play. You are encouraged to explore scent, touch, taste, and feeling. You are encouraged to play with color. What moves you? What brings you into connection with yourself in this moment again? It is the wholeness of divine self-connection in sacred space that will best nourish you now. Okay, so here's a little poem. And it says, love should be given as it is received. On this day, I grant you the love of 1,000 mountain streams and the pleasure of 100 bleats from a newborn baby fawn. For I too cry for love and like the fawn. I cry with the hunger of being alive. And on this day, I cry for the happiness of giving and the warmth of receiving and the softness of your gentle touch. It is moments like these when I smile for the someone who will always care. And I like that last statement, for someone who will always care, because sometimes I have picked some really narcissistic people that deep down didn't care. And so one of the things I have in my home, that I've had in my home, especially before the move, it said love is kind. And I always tend to kind of not pick kind people. So I've always really looked at that. But yeah, they're wanting you to celebrate your sensuality and you being in your body and all the beautiful things that we can do with our bodies, and to remember how divine that really is. And so that's going to be my class. I'm way excited about teaching it. And so I hope that was helpful. Cards. But even like in the abstract of shifting universes, like this is prime time for you to really shift into some really cool things in your life. And so like it's really primed to do that. So I hope that's helpful. I guess Laura left. I don't know what happened to Laura. Laura, who's here? Would anybody else like a reading? But thank you, Natalie, for being here. I don't know if you're coming to church on Sunday, but I am singing a song. I'm singing, I think with the entire group. I'm doing, what's that song? I can't believe it. I can see clearly now. That was it. Oh, you're welcome. Awesome. Yay, Natalie. Come sit with me. I'm in the front row doing the camera stuff. Who else would like a reading? We're at half an hour. I'm gonna do one for myself if nobody says hello. So nobody else wants a reading. Let's see. Or Natalie, do you have any questions for the pendulum? We can do yes, no's. All right. I think I need a name for the crab that's on the wall. This is I'm at my friend Nancy's. I know, right? I think I'm gonna pull cards from my oldest deck here. I'm craving Vietnamese. Oh, you are cool. How cool are you? Yes, you are. Totally cool, Natalie. Elmer. Oh, that's a good name. Elmer is a good name for the crab. I think that's his name, Elmer. I'm gonna have to confirm it with Raina. Raina, my 9-year-old niece. Her brain is like a savant. Like for math, if I ever have a math problem, the kid can come up with the answer faster than I ever could. And she's 9. She loves math. She said, Auntie, I want to get a book on equations. Like, who says that at 9 years old? Like, I was like looking at cat books at 9. No, I was actually looking at human body books. But I always used to love the oh. That's awesome. All right, let's do. I know, right? She's so cute and so smart. I want to watch Hidden Figures with her. That she wants to be an engineer, and so I want to watch that video of the African American amazing women that put the rocket into space for NASA during that period of time when African Americans weren't like fully accepted as equal. And so I thought that would be such a great movie for her because she loves the idea of being an engineer. So I wanted to show her what was possible. All right, so I'm going to do a reading for me real quick. Excuse me, I'm a little tired. I've been going. Let's see. It's been a weird kind of day. 1, 2. That's cool that your son would potentially like be an engineer too, Natalie. All the engineers that I know, they always like their job somehow. They always like it, and they always good at it. It pays them well. Like I've never seen a little girl love math like my niece. Like I still want to support her in that. But that's awesome if he would like to be an engineer. All right, so my new thing is that I've been holding my pendulum over the card, right, to see which one, not only just to practice, to kind of up my skills with the pendulum, but also to see like if it does anything. And what I found was that one card, this is the card that spins the pendulum. I don't know why I thought to do this, but yeah, this card, when I come back to this card, it circles, but then when I go to the other cards, it doesn't. So I always see that as this is the most important card of the pull. Ooh, leadership was the card that I pulled with the pendulum. The pendulum picked the leadership card. It says, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Yeah, I've been really feeling that lately too. So getting out of myself and just stepping up and doing what I'm guided to do. So, but yeah, leadership is the card that the pendulum circled on. So let's see what the other cards say. Chakra clearing. Yeah, I've been feeling this weird energy on me lately. I don't know what it's about. So that's a good reminder because I have the skills. I learned a lot from Reverend Kimberly Harrell and also a lot from Leslie Smith in that area. So I'm grateful for those teachers. Clairsentience is the knowing. It says, notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine divine guidance. Like pay attention. Because I tend to be in my head too much. And so that's a good reminder. Because I really like intellectual stuff, but that can be too heady. Compassion. Soften your heart with respect to this situation. And all of the people involved, including yourself. All right. I'll have some compassion for both of us. The interchange that I'm in. Extra compassion for all of it. So, ooh, it's a good one. I love this picture because it's just like a feather, but it's like an eagle on top of the feather. It says, overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting the previous challenges. I've been just like in the vibrational muck lately. And so I'm like, all right, universe. But I feel myself like shifting out of it, which has been really nice. I'm not sure why, but I've been feeling the shift. So that has been wonderful, wonderful. All right, who else is here? I see a couple eyeballs on here. Anybody like a reading? Are you just peeping? You just peeping saying hello? It's fine too if you're just watching. Totally fine. I get a lot of people actually watch this a lot more than I think. They always come up and tell me. They're like, oh, I've been watching for like months or way more than I would ever think. And they're like, oh, you gave me a reading like 3 months ago and thank you so much. And I don't remember the reading because when I'm in this part of my brain, it's very right brained, not left, so I don't remember anything. Let's see. What do I have to share? Is there anything? From a spiritual perspective, I've really been, from my own spiritual walk and spiritual growth, I've been really pondering this idea of my relationship with source and the divine energy and the divine, right? With God, universe, whatever you call that energy. And I've been really working on making that my primary relationship and focus throughout my day rather than other things that would maybe spin my brain up or anybody else, really. Making that my primary connection and focus, and all the different ways to kind of solidify that connection, because I believe it is my belief system that when we're able to really connect to that energy of whether some people call it God, some people call it universe, the divine, Yahweh, Jehovah, Jesus, whatever that energy is for you. But how do I, and I'm really pondering this, how do I personally connect to that energy throughout my day in different ways? Like sometimes I'll use stones or crystals, sometimes the cards, sometimes prayer, meditation, walking out under the sky, holding my kitty, cuddling my old kitty, whatever it is. Like, how do I connect more strongly to that energy? And how do I make a commitment to incorporate that throughout my day in different ways? So I've been really working on that in my own spiritual walk. And then in that space, connecting and getting the intuitive insight for my next perfect right action step, because I can overthink everything. And so would anybody like a reading as I talk and talk and talk? So let's see. I've also been pondering from a spiritual perspective how to pull in more creative energy into my consciousness from a place of being connected to spiritual energy rather than making it about work or the product. Because I've been working on my second book, and it is it's really hard to write. It's probably one of the hardest things. This is one of the hardest things I've ever done. And so I'm really contemplating making it a part of my spiritual practice rather than make it about finishing a book, if that makes sense. So I've been doing that. I've been, what other spiritual thing have I been working on? I'm all about self-empowerment and self-growth, and maybe a little bit even overkill at times, just because I feel it's so important to stay in a place of actualization and evolution of the self. Because I don't want my old stuff that I walk through to trip me up in my new life, and to really be aware of that. And so one of the things I've really been really conscientious of is that keeping my heart open and connected to that spiritual energy rather than closing it down in interactions that are stressful or scary or like that deal with really getting close to people that I think maybe will hurt me or leave me or whatever it is. So I've been really spending a lot of just sitting with the idea of what would it feel like to sit in a place of really being open-hearted with people, or just, our community in general, but really from a space of openness rather than closing down my heart chakra, my heart, for fear of being hurt, or I don't know what I've walked through a lot of hard things, but from that perspective and really spending some meditative time in that and pulling down the frequency of the divine into that space with me to clear out any other old energies or whatnot. So let's see what else we're going to do intuitively today. I think okay, so this deck, I don't think I showed it yet. This deck is really good for business and projects, like projects related to money. And this is that Archangel Gabriel deck. I don't know if you can see it, but I don't know why the lighting is different. The lighting feels different in the space. I'm going to have to figure out lighting. Maybe I'll get one of those like circle lights. But this deck is all about like overcoming procrastination and keeping motivated and all that. So this is the deck. It's kind of ugly on the outside. I don't really like the outside of this deck, but I really like the deck when it comes to like productivity. And so I'm going to pull some cards. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right. Let's see. All right. First of all, I'm just going to do another reading for me. And then workshop. Look at classes. Yeah, I feel really called to teach some classes and workshops lately. It says learning and teaching are part of your higher calling. Well, that's good because I've been in that area for a very long time. I taught high school for 12 years. New project, like a newborn baby, your actions are growing your ideal into a reality. I don't know if that's my tantric class. I think that's, I don't know what that is. Probably my book. My book and all it represents and all it's connected to. It's like a piece of my soul, that book. If I can launch that book, it'll be one of the scariest things I ever do. It'll be one of my greatest personal achievements. And so I was a teacher for 12 years at Jefferson High School. I taught science to a bunch of teenagers from the inner city. Yeah, it was a hard job. I love them though. Journaling, it says consistently writing about your feelings and activities stirs creative ideas and builds your confidence as a writer. That's my favorite tool is probably journaling. Last card, power card, vulnerability. Oh, that's not a fun word. It says, listen to your vulnerable feelings as they contain wisdom and inspiration. And then pray for strength to focus on your priorities no matter what. Because that's what I find is that I'm so like energetically sensitive that I can kind of get distracted from what I'm focusing on because of the sensitivity. So I'm working on that groundedness. And excuse me as I grab a book. Excuse me. I think I'm going to pull from the Medicine Woman Oracle. And then I think I'm going to do a collective reading for all of us. And then I'm going to go get Vietnamese food. That's what I think I'm going to do. Oh, look at this inside the box. It says, Mother Earth is calling you. But I think I need one of those light rings. I think I need a better camera. If anybody has any good ideas on the camera for a Mac. Because I tried the Logitech and I wasn't really that thrilled with it. And I need to figure out lighting. So I think a friend of mine has a light ring that I like. So I may use that. All right. So we're going to do a quick reading from here. And then we're going to get out of Dodge because I'm hungry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll do 3. These cards are okay. I like they're kind of different colors on the backs, which is rare. I like the kind of mandala kind of feel. I like the intense little turtle and the intensity of the girl on the front, but the turtle is the best. Excuse me. If anybody's here reading, let me know. Hi, I don't know who this is. Who is this? I can't see you. Who is that? Bex wants a reading. It's Bex. Hi, Bex. Welcome. If you can go and to the link that's underneath the writing above the video and give them permission for me to see your name. It makes it a little easier if you feel like it. All right, Bex, let me see if I got anything good from this. The Art of Rituals, Unconditional Love. I remind you of the magic of love. You are blessed. That was a good reading. I'll get you in 1 second, Bex. Forge a new alliance with nature, Mother Earth. These are the artistry on there are kind of very like African American, shamanistic. All right, Bex, welcome. Good to see you, my dear. I still want to hear that story that you didn't tell me. I remember we were tired and hungry and had to go eat, but you had started telling me a story, excuse me, and I wanted to hear it, but then we all got distracted. And anyway, so all right, Bex. Are you here? Is this Bex? I don't know what that one is. Is Bex still here? Hello. Would Bex like a reading? Can you see? Can you see that it's Bex, Natalie? I don't know why. Okay, cool. All right. Is Bex still here? Is Bex still here? You can see him. How do you see him on your side? Like, how do you see that he's on here? Can you see that he's on here or just the comment, Natalie? He said yes. How do you see him? Oh, laugh out loud. You choosing me? All right. I don't know. I see his name. Okay. The comment is Beck still here? Would you like a reading? Because sometimes people hop on and say hi and then they leave. Bex, if you're here, just write a word and then I'll be happy to give you a reading. Just let me know. Hello, hello. Thanks for being here, Natalie. I think our collective reading is going to come. You can see his comment, but that doesn't mean that he's still here. There are a couple of people I see like how many people are on from Facebook, but if yes, please. Okay, great. All right. Do you want me to pick your deck or would you like to pick the deck? So we got he just said yes. So thanks, Natalie. I saw it. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if the lighting. I don't know why the lighting feels different. Maybe I'm just getting old, right? This is good for like creative projects and business. This is Archangel Oracle card. Would you like me to pick the deck, Bex, or would you like to? Oh, you think the lighting is good? What is my age? I'm 46. I am 46, but I often feel older than that. I've always been kind of an older soul. All right, Bex, the turtle one. You want the turtle one? Okay. All right. I like the little turtle though. He's like intense, man. I wouldn't want to mess with that turtle. He would chomp me. He's like, he has a face like, don't you mess with me. You'll be sorry. 50. Thanks, Natalie. I'm not feeling 29. So Bex says 50 years old. Bex is beautiful. You always have great hair, Bex. I'm always like, I always look at your hair, Bex, and I'm always like, man, she has some great hair. I'm always like, I'm jealous of your curvy, awesome hair because mine is just crazy, and I have given up trying to tame my curls. All right, you should have seen me before Moose. That's okay. Yeah, Bex looks great. Yeah, she does have really nice hair. And you always dress so nice for your shape too. I'll try to rub off some of your style sense on me. Kidding. Bex has great style. All right, so here's the back of this. Bex has different colors. Sometimes they're green. I don't know why. This is the first deck that ever had different colors on the back. Thanks so much, Bex. Appreciate that. Okay. All right, Bex, I'm pulling cards for you. And I'll even use the pendulum to see which card is like the most important. I see a 1. I see an 8. I see a 13. 20, 21, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And I see a 28. You got 5 cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that was 28. All right. First card, Bex. Let's see. Ooh, it says healing family lines. I don't know if you have done any energetic work on healing any family stuff. I feel it's like 1 or 2 generations back. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I feel it's parent related and maybe some energetic ties to grandparents or great grandparents. But there's like emotional stuff from the parents that need to be cleared. But then there's some energetic ties to the grands and the great grands that I don't know if you've considered maybe working with Reverend Kimberly, or other types of energetic stuff, or doing just metaphysical stuff around it. Because I feel like I feel like it ties you down somehow and weighs on your heart somehow. And I feel that you'd be happier and freer. You'd feel energetically freer if you're able to clear it. Thank you so much. Is this Bex? I can't see who says it because of the Facebook thing. And so I think that was Bex. Sacred ceremony. I remind your soul of the sacredness of the world. So I don't know what spiritual practices that you are drawn to, Bex, but they're wanting you to create more ceremonial or ritual, in your life to connect more strongly to spirit. I feel that it will anchor your mind and your heart and your energetic body. And so anything type of a ritual that you do. Oh, yeah, you can see him and I can't. I don't know why I can't see him. Oh, maybe I can see see who it is here. Let's see. All right, let's see. Maybe I can see it. 1 second. I'm trying to see if I can see it. Okay, so can I see everybody who's on when I do it this way? I can see it that way. Can I see everybody who's on? Okay, I can see it that way. All right, I'll just leave it like that. All right, Bex. Next, grounding. This is the next card for you, Bex. Being well grounded provides a feeling of security. So if you're feeling a little wobbly, energetically or emotionally, she said Bex is on the group page. All right, Reverend Kimberly, thank you. So grounding. This is about all the, when I think of the word grounding, it's when I tap in, I'm like, what does Bex need to know about grounding? And they're showing me like almost like you clearing your mind and you grounding your energetics into the earth. And you almost like creating like a solidarity of connection, almost like you almost having roots into the earth. And I ask, well, what does that mean? This image of Bex almost like becoming one with the earth energy, but specifically clearing the mind and almost energetically creating almost like a sacred, intentional connection to the earth. So I don't know if you've ever done any grounding type rituals or anything that really like imprints that energy either within you, on you, or you onto the earth. And so I've done a little bit of like yoga stuff. I try to incorporate that into my workouts and then to mentally tap into the feeling. But I almost feel like your guides are wanting you to create some type of ritual of you being outside and you being like really doing some type of intentional ritual of you merging the energies of your energetics with the earth. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm intuitively getting. Is that something about that sacredness, that union of those two energies of you being intentional with your ritual around it? It doesn't even have to be that complicated, but you setting that intention that you can create this energetic bond to the earth with your auric field and your energetics and your spiritual self that you can draw on when maybe you might in the future feel maybe a little energetically wobbly, or you're needing a little extra burst of spiritual vibration. And so I try to do more with the earth. I naturally am not as connected to the earth as a lot of people I see. I'm naturally expansive. And so I'm not sure. I mean, I think you might be a little bit of both sometimes, Bex. I think you have a unique balance of energies, but that there's something really important about this, whether that be having sacred stones around you or crystals around you. But there's something in you grounding yourself to the earth, even having, I don't know what you have, like bark. I know they like petrified wood or things that are earth related. I feel that energy is extremely supportive and almost has a stabilizing effect on you and your heart and your mind specifically. So if you're ever in a moment when you just feel a little wobbly energetically or just needing some energetic boost, something about that is really important and sacred and can be of support to you. Power card. I want to see. And add myself. Okay. Power card. The male principle, it says, a step towards reconciling with the masculine is before you. So I'm actually going through a similar experience, but with my feminine energy, which has been really interesting. It's been an interesting experience with that. And I really, I'm enjoying it, and I'm feeling way more integrated as I'm balancing my male and female energies, but really embracing that feminine energy and the and all that comes with the yin kind of concept and the feminine, the divine feminine. And so this card for you though is kind of the opposite, right? It's saying that there's some type of kind of energetic opening that is really primed for you to either sort through or connect to your male energy in a way that fits your heart, and that to help regain maybe a stabilizing force. Because I know for me, I was so split off from my feminine energy for so long that I got to a point in my life where I was like, it felt that I had, I don't know, maybe swung further on the other end. And so I know for me, the integration has been a very interesting experience. If you would have said I would be drawn to the shoes and the lace and all the things I'm drawn to in this moment, I never would have believed you, like even a year ago. Very interesting experience. But I really, and I've also noticed that the female energy, or the concept of the female energy, has been part of my spiritual walk as well, because it's a vulnerable space for me. And so I've been really practicing sitting in that energy and developing a relationship that fits me now. And so I feel there's some type of energetic portal around that for you, in whatever way that fits your consciousness and your defined self right now. But they're cracking my voice, so something about this is important. So when I get a crack in my voice, it's confirmation of some type of, there's some type of healing, like divine healing in this idea for you, that will help empower you and strengthen your heart in some way, and your connection to the divine. And so I'm going to use my pendulum on the cards, because I feel I'm supposed to read one of them. Usually I don't read them, but we have a little bit of time today. So it's not that one. It's, oh, is that the circle one? No, I'm looking for the circle of the pendulum. Oh, it's that one. Okay, hold on a second. All right, so no, look at that. All right, so the one that, the one that the pendulum felt was the most important was the grounding card. That idea of you connecting back to the earth. Strong. So I'm going to look at I'm new to this deck. I don't often use this deck. I don't know why I don't, but I love the girl's hair, but the turtle takes the cake. The turtle is the best part of looking at that deck. But let me look at the book. Sometimes I'm not sure if this was, let me see, that the 29 is the, let's see, 29. Grounding. Okay, so I feel like I'm supposed to read the first two paragraphs to you back. So I don't know why usually I don't read from the book, but tonight I felt guided. So it says, being well grounded provides a feeling of security. And I don't feel it's related to finances per se. I feel it's more the connection of the mind and the heart into a state of like balance and grounding and peacefulness, and like feeling spiritually strong in those areas. It says the message, we are like, oh, this is great. I love the first sentence already. We are like majestic trees in a sacred forest. Ooh, that's good. I'm going to read it again. We are like majestic trees in a sacred forest. When we are well grounded, we gracefully lift our branches towards the sky to receive information, and we take care of ourselves and our community. We preserve the memories of past and witness our own destiny. Good grounding gives the feeling of being in your rightful place and makes it possible to bring your projects and dreams for the future to life. Because we are manhandled by our lifestyles without a powerful and fertile inner world, we live off the ground. It can be difficult for us to set boundaries, bringing a feeling of insecurity. And then the guidance, this is the guidance paragraph. It says, you may be feeling harried by parasitic thoughts and mental chatter, which bring with them agitation and difficulty in making your aspirations a reality or making others respect your territory. It is time to relink with your ground connection, your grounding, to bring yourself back into precious presence of your own self and recapture your ability to carry out your projects. I'm going to read that part again. Bring yourself back into precious presence of your own self. I like that. Your priority is to reestablish your sovereignty and be the queen of your kingdom. I love that. All right, Bex, I hope that was helpful. Many blessings to you. Can I read that card again? Which card? Which one do you want me to read? Which one do you want me to read, Bex? Did I miss it? Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Definitely feeling very connected to the earth. Wonderful. Oh, you're welcome, dear. I hope I read. I hope I got it right. So I hope that's helpful. Would anybody else like a reading? Going once, going twice. We're at an hour. Oh, the masculine one. Okay. Do you want me to read? You want me to read the male principle? Do you want me to read it from the book? I'll read the little book. 'Cause, yeah, like I feel that there's some type of similar experience um, that's similar to the period of I'm going connecting to my feminine. There's something around the same kind of idea for you in this. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll read the little book. So the let me see. I don't often use this deck personally, but 31 the male. Okay, 31. Do. Message, and it says a step towards reconciling with the masculine is before you. I feel it's like energetic, like it's primed for you to embrace this energy in a way that suits you the best. It says, at the heart of our quest is the union of our male and female polarities. Awakening the feminine rests on this path of reconciliation. We must overcome not only our internal conflicts, but those revealed by our relationships. Oh, men are also on the move. Authenticity, responsibility, and integrity are the keys of a new code of honor to be a good knight and serve one's kingdom. Beyond existing models of the outdated patriarchy, the promise of a new dawn where men rise with pride to be better and commit to building a safer world is on the horizon. Guidance. This is the little area under guidance. This card indicates an opportunity of an encounter with the masculine. A man is presenting himself before you. Welcome him, whether you are single or in a relationship. I also feel this is male energy. So if it's not an actual male, it could be a male in a female body as well. Listen to the celestial music orchestrating your encounters. So this isn't just you embracing that aspect, but this is also like signifying maybe there's like somebody cute coming, maybe somebody cute, but I feel it's like male. I feel it's more male energy in a female body, if that makes sense. You are assured of being welcomed just as you are. This is a powerful vehicle of transformation for you both. So whoever's potentially coming in, I feel it's a growing and healing relationship. And that I'm hearing a lot of laughter. Like it could like the personality is one you can laugh with. And I feel that's so important. Take the hand stretched out to you. He comes in peace on the path that you can walk together. This card can also indicate an inner marriage of the male and female principles, which is a crucial step in the destiny of your love relationships. And so, yeah, I kept getting, and it's interesting that you're getting this card because I kept getting I kept pulling different aspects of the same kind of message in all the different decks that I had like 6-8 months ago. And it was all about like, oh, prepare yourself. Yes. And so, yeah, I feel that whoever's coming, I feel it's gonna teach you a lot. It's gonna teach your heart a lot, and that it's in that I don't know, merging some of these energies together. I'm not sure what that exactly looks like for you, but I know I've had a very interesting experience with my own kind of reclaiming of that opposite part of myself. So it has been a lot of vulnerability is kind of involved in that, and a lot of standing. I'm feeling my voice crack, so that's confirmation that as I embrace my more feminine energy and get more comfortable and recognize that it is a part of like who I am, and those principles of the vulnerability, of the openness and the nurturing, and feeling really safe standing there with an open heart, and really not in that, because I'm really used to that kind of over strong mode of making things happen in the world, but really embracing, it's been a really interesting experience. And also to have observed what has shown up from that experience, and who has shown up in that experience. So it has been really definitely spiritually growing and vulnerable and a lot of other things. So I hope that that was helpful, Bex. Lovely to have you here. Anybody else? Would you like a reading? Anybody else? Thanks, Natalie. Yeah, we certainly enjoy you being a part of us. We all have to go out for dinner or food soon. I know that night it was a little late, and we were a little rushed. So we should all get together and hang and do something fun. Would anybody else like a reading? Who is this? Who is this? That said, sure. I don't if you don't click. I love Foo. Sorry, late. Who is that? I don't see the names. Donna Joe. I don't know. Let me see who that is. I'm gonna have to do a quick one. I'm running it. This is my hour, so I promised myself I would run and get some food, and so I've been didn't get to the store today. But if you're here and you can you please go to uh, the words above this video and click permission to StreamYard so I can see your name. It makes it a little easier. And so let me see. All right. So, all right, Donna Joe, we're going to do a quick one for you. We're going to pick them from this deck. And well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you. These readings are done on a donation basis to the church that I belong to, Unity of Gulfport, also known as New Thought Community of Gulfport. They're done on a donation basis. Donations can be made at unityofgulfport@gmail.com on PayPal, or Venmo is at Unity of Gulfport, or on the website unityofgulfport.org/give. And so we certainly appreciate your support. Anybody that feels guided to make a donation, we certainly appreciate it. All right, Donna Joe, you'll be my last one because I'm getting tired. So I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, first one. Be the real you. This is all about authenticity and really showing up in the world as who you really are. Because I'm a big believer that it's taken me a really long time, though, to have the courage to really show up as me. But the more that we're really able to show up as ourselves, like our real selves, then we can draw in the love that is a match for us, like an authentic kind of authentic people. The right people come in because we're showing who we are. And so, hi, Emily. Welcome. Nice to see you. I'm sorry I didn't write you back yet. I've just been super busy, but thank you for touching base. I can't wait to have you with us and to introduce you to the community. Next time. Oh, thank you so much. I'm just tired or else, but make sure if you jump on next time, I'll prioritize you as one of the first ones. And so I'm exhausted at the moment, and I need to get to the restaurant before the Vietnamese closes. But this usually runs for an hour, and so it's usually. Yes, definitely. But thank you so much for showing up and wanting to come. I can't wait to have you at the workshop and to show you church. Okay, so I am doing Donna. Thank you, Emily. All right, your prayers are being answered, Donna Joe. So know if you're worried about something and you've been praying that your angels are hearing you, and that it will everything will be okay. Just know that at the core level. Someone new is coming. I feel this could be not just a partner, but a friend. I feel that there's really good friendship coming your way. So be on the eye or make the effort maybe if you see some cool people, maybe go to coffee or food or something. Natalie says, hi, Emily. You would like it, Natalie, Emily. All right. The last one, Donna Joe says, trust the guidance you're receiving. So if you're receiving intuitive messages, make sure that you follow it. Follow your intuition. Donna Joe, because it's important. For some reason, it's extra important at this time. So I hope that's helpful. I still feel the collective reading is supposed to come from the Journey of Love deck. I've been really using that energy that deck lately a lot. Excuse me, I was getting a little tired. I've been working on my circadian rhythm. So that means that I'm trying to get my body to go to sleep at a certain time because I tend to just lay there and waste time on Facebook a little bit. And so I post way too many cat videos. Certainly not for me, but no, I'm kidding. I love those stupid cat videos. I could post 1,000 a day and still want to keep posting them. That's how ridiculous I am of how much I love cats. All right. So you're welcome. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm here every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to pull from the Journey of Love deck as the collective reading. I usually don't use this deck for that, but I'm going to do it. Why? I don't know. Let's see. Hi, Bex. Thanks for clicking the button. Yay for the kitty. Do you have any kitties, Bex? I love kitties. They're one of my favorite things ever in the whole wide world. I'm so jealous of people that can take their dog everywhere. I would totally do that if my cat liked people. Besides, she barely likes me. She loves little Raina, though. My niece, little Raina, she loves. Aw, okay. I feel you'd be a great kitty mommy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. It says the Christ flame. And so when I look at this for all of us, you know, a new thought, we see Christ as one of the master teachers, one of several. And so that energy of Christ, I have a friend, Leslie Smith, that's really connected to that energy, especially in her healing work. But that he represented like a healer and a teacher of the divine, right? This awesome healer and teacher. And so when it comes to all of us, what I'm getting intuitively is that if we could just tap into the energy of Christ, actually, like that high vibration healer and teacher, and that divine guidance, or that representation of divine guidance, and pull it in within ourselves and our hearts, especially if we're scared or a little energetically wobbly, that it could be supportive, especially as we're healing and growing. That's what I'm healing intuitively. Oh, that's a good card. It says she loves. And so when it comes to loving, I think that's such a courageous act when we are able to love with an open heart. Like when we're able to love really big and to have courage in the act of loving as the spiritual kind of gift and experience, rather than thinking about the fear of getting hurt, or the fear of being abandoned, or the fear of closing our heart, or the fear within it. And so if you look at the card, it's like the bottom of the card is that energy of it springing forth. And hello, hello, Donna. But that what I'm hearing when I touch the card is embrace the courage to love fully, openly, and completely. Like, don't hold back, because it's in the experience of loving like that we actually grow, and then we actually like embrace even a higher vibration experience of the divine, even if it doesn't turn out the way we want. So there's some type of value in really loving hard and big and full. And I've been pondering this a lot lately. Am I capable of loving like that again? I don't know. I set that intention that with a consistent, stronger connection to the divine, that I'm going to be ready, or I shouldn't say stronger, but as I contemplate that, but yeah, that there's something really rich and meaningful spiritually from loving like that. And that's the gift, not necessarily getting the object of what you want to love, or the experience of what we receive back from the love. Next one, collective reading. Devotion to the small. This is all about being aware of the little things and being grateful for them, and fully in the experience of life. Because I have found that oftentimes it's in the small moments that I find the most joy. But it really is. But if my brain is too busy, then I miss them all. And so this is about really being present within our lives and our hearts and our minds, and really seeing all the beautiful things around us, the big and the small, that bless our lives. All right, last card of the evening. Ooh. It says heart of the moment, but the image, it has this heart, but it has all these like spiritual beings or whatever. And so this card represents to me the ability of the consciousness to be really, really present in the moment, right? That we're able to really experience life in the now, not with our minds back in the past or in the future, but really not only being fully present to the now, but really understanding just how surrounded we are with our spiritual helpers and our angels and the divine presence around us, and almost allowing just our beingness to connect fully to that energy of spirit, and our divine helpers and all that is here to spiritually support us. So if you can see a little like kind of spirit bodies, but that in this moment right now, we are so divinely supported. So I hope that is helpful. Many blessings. So nice to have some of my dear friends on here tonight, and some new friends. And so I will be at service 10:30 a.m. on Sunday. So come to the Gulfport Casino and say hello to me. And let's see what else. My Tantra class is the 25th of June, which is going to be super fun. I've always wanted to teach that class. Oh, thank you, Bex. We do have an amazing community. Thank you so much for all you do, Bex, and for being a part of the community. You're such a bright light. What else is coming up? I'll be doing the meditation 11:30 a.m. Wednesday in Veterans Park this Wednesday. And I think that's it. So also there's a workshop by the Flanoys this Sunday afternoon and next. I think that's it. So Natalie says, yay to you too, Beck. So Natalie's saying hello. Anyway, Natalie wants to know if Bex is coming to the Tantra class. So I'm not sure. Bex will have to answer that, but I'd love to have you both. It's going to be really fun. I'm way excited about teaching it. So I have a friend, Estrella, that's going to be my little demonstration buddy, my G-rated demonstration buddy or whatever. I'm not sure yet. She's gonna be my master helper, whatever that is. So, but yeah, I will be there. And yay, Bex! I can't wait to have you there. All right, much love to all of you. I can't wait to see you, all my lovies in person soon. And thanks to go eat your food. Okay, I'm craving Vietnamese, so I will see you soon. Much love and many blessings. Bye bye now.